Developing strength is the key to maintaining balance and stability in contact during play. Muscle strength gives you the ability to produce force. Improving your strength will result in greater power. Like most aspects of training, progression is key. If you cannot lift something heavy, there's no way you'll be able to lift something heavy quickly and with speed, which is a core requirement for a rugby player. To help us all work towards being strong and powerful, we've invited the South African Junior Welterweight boxing champion, Hedda Wolmarans, to take us through our paces.
Hi ladies! Strength training has a positive effect on developing the muscles, joints and ligaments and will reduce injuries in the long run. To be able to sprint, tackle or scrummage well, you need both good technique and a solid strength base. For contact sports like rugby, it's essential that we develop strength in all parts of the body, upper, lower, core, neck and back, which will not only improve performance, but also make sure we prolong your playing career. These are my 5 top tips. You must develop the flexibility and balance and stability that will allow you to have good posture and technique when it comes to strength training. Watch Module 2 to fully understand what this means and do the work. Doing exercises correctly with the right form is more important than completing your sets and reps. Do not do your reps until you can't do any more. Always feel like you've got 2 left in the bank. It takes 6 weeks before your strength training will show results. Use a logbook to write down your daily reps and sets. Keeping track of your progress and seeing improvements will keep you motivated. Always be in control of the movement and don't bounce in and out of it. Control your movements as you lower yourself. For example, use a 3-second count. The lifting part of the movement can be quick and explosive.
Strength training is a fundamental part of rugby training, and you can follow these guidelines. Once you've developed sufficient flexibility, stability and balance in the early general preparation phase, you can add strength training into your program. In the early specific preparation phase, increase the frequency of your strength training to 2 to 3 sessions per week and keep it up. Maintenance is key and you will continue to see improvement. It's essential not to lose what you developed in the specific preparation phase, so continue doing at least 2 sessions per week.
There are 2 exercises that are key for upper body strength. Let's start with a basic push-up. Okay, Aretha, get into the push-up position. On your hands, your wrists, elbows and shoulders need to be stacked on top of each other. You're going to straighten your legs, squeeze your glutes really tight, squeeze your knees together, make sure your tummy is tight, rotate your pelvis, remember like I showed you. Now row yourself into the ground, pause, squeeze your armpits, come up, tight, tight, tight. Nice, good. Okay, start on the floor on your hands and knees, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. You're going to lift your knees off the ground, look at the imaginary horizon, squeeze your lats. Move your opposite hand and foot to crawl forward. Imagine you're balancing something here. Squeeze your core to minimize the movement. That's it. Good. Okay, stand on one leg and engage your core. Now straighten your free leg. Draw a line from your head all the way down to your ankle and send it back. Drag that toe on the ground. Don't use it for balance. And then come back up. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart, toes pointing slightly outwards. You're going to sit back like you're sitting on a chair and you're going to actively pull yourself down into a squat. So pull yourself down, squeeze your glutes to come up fast. To make this movement harder, you're going to slow it down. So down for a count of 5, pause for 2 at the bottom, come up for 5. Nice and smooth, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause, 1, 2, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done. You initiate this movement the same way as a single leg deadlift. The only difference is you're going to drop the knee of the free leg down to the ground. So start your single leg deadlift. Now drop the knee down, come up fast, squeezing the glutes and the quad to do so. An important thing to note is when you're in the bottom of the lunge, have a 90-degree angle at both knees. Lying on your back, lift your knees and push your lower back into the ground. You're going to take your stick, push it into your legs just below your knees, creating tension. Now, keeping your lower back in contact with the ground and your head is going to stay on the ground, you're going to straighten one leg. Make sure your lower back stays on the ground. And other leg. Good. If you're struggling to keep your lower back on the ground, bring your knees slightly closer to you. If you find this exercise is too easy, push them further away and do the exercise like that. If you carry on with your reps and you feel that your lower back's lifting off the ground, stop the set and rest before you start the next one. You're going to lie down on your side with your knees bent at 90 degrees. Make sure your elbow is underneath your shoulder. Pull that elbow to your hip to engage your lat. Now you're going to lift off the ground, keeping alignment from your head to your knees and squeeze your glutes. Squeeze as hard as you can, opening the knees and hold for 15 to 45 seconds. To make this exercise harder, you're going to do it with straight legs. So you get into the position, straighten your legs, make sure the shoulder doesn't roll forward and hold. Do not lose your form. Stand facing the wall and look straight ahead. Pull your chin in to give yourself a double chin. This is a safe position for your neck. Place a pillow between your forehead and the wall, and keeping your chin tucked in, push the pillow against the wall by applying as much pressure as you can with your forehead. This time, put the pillow between the side of your head and the wall, just above the ear. Keeping your chin tucked in, push against the pillow as hard as you can. Hold for 10 to 30 seconds and then repeat on the other side. Start by holding for a few seconds only and build on your time from there to avoid too much muscle soreness occurring the next day. Hold a towel at waist height with your hands slightly wider than hip width apart. Now try and pull the towel apart while moving it slowly overhead and then returning to the starting position. Throughout the entire movement, keep pulling the towel apart. I want to go back to core strength and take you through the progression of a pull-up. Pull-ups are key for your core strength, but most of us need to start slowly and develop strength as we go. These are the exercises you do to progress until you're able to do a full pull-up. You start by hanging. Use a bar that is at a height that doesn't allow your feet to touch the ground when you hang from it. Grab the bar with your thumbs over the bar and palms facing away. This grip is used for all the pull-up progression exercises. Now, hang from the bar with straight elbows for as long as you can. Work towards being able to do this for a minute. You'll pull your shoulders into their sockets by engaging your lats and pulling your shoulders away from your ears. It helps to imagine that you're pulling each shoulder blade down to the opposite hip. Work up to being able to hold this position for 30 seconds. Using the same hand position, you'll pull your shoulder blades back and down toward the opposite hips. Now, using a chair, jump so that you get your chin over the bar and then slowly lower to the starting position. Keep the lats engaged at all times by keeping your shoulders away from your ears. Try to get this lowering position to last for 10 seconds. Hold the bar using the same grip but with one leg up on a chair. As you try to pull yourself over the bar, you can use the chair to assist you if you start to struggle. Make sure you're using your lats to pull up and not your biceps, trying to minimize the amount of help you get from your leg each time. Using the same grip, you'll hang freely and actively pull the shoulders down to the hips to engage the lats and initiate the movement. When you're ready, you pull yourself up until your chin is over the bar, imagining that you are pulling your elbows towards your back pockets. Lower in a controlled manner until you are back in the starting position. This might seem like an awful lot of exercises to get through, especially when strength is only one part of your training program. But you'll see how quickly you improve and what a difference it makes to your game.
Strength training is a fundamental part of rugby and maintenance is key. Incorporate these strength exercises into a minimum of 2 strength sessions per week. We cannot develop strength without power, so click over to Module 4, which incorporates a 4-exercise power circuit.